Eric, you've got some exciting news to share with everyone?
Yeah, I've committed to the club till the end of 2023, which is really exciting, and looking forward to the future to see what that holds.
Hard decision.
Not really. I think when we've been here, when we were starting that rebuild, and to be able to be a part of it when we're just starting to be successful. So it was a pretty easy decision in the end.
Did you even look at other options or not?
No, I didn't even look at any other options. I've got my family really close in the Sunshine Coast, and it's a great support network having my family so close, and I'm extremely fortunate to be in that position. So when they came to me with an offer, I was pretty quick to sign it.
What do you think the potential is of this team over the next few years then?
We're an exciting bunch. It's I guess we're all really, really young, and we're all similar age, so I think the sky's the limit for us, and to be honest, I haven't looked too far into the future, but if we can continue to sign on and get everyone to recommit to the club, I think anything's possible.
A lot of players say that they like to think about these things after the footy season. You're coming into a finals campaign and you've made that decision, and you weren't hesitant because it was an important time of year?
No, I wasn't hesitant at all. As soon as they came to me with an offer, I was pretty quick to sign it. I'm an extremely fortunate position with having my family so close, and to be able to have that support network so close. And I see my parents every single weekend, so I think it was a pretty easy decision for me.
You got a bit of a taste in the last two rounds, but have you thought about a full Gabba and a finals atmosphere and how you'll adjust to it?
I don't think too much changes, to be honest. It's just a finals game and there's a massive hype around it. I think you've got to treat it pretty normal, like a normal game. I think just the only thing that changes is the hype around it and the pressure and the intensity. So it doesn't change too much, and you don't want to build it up too much. I think that's all that Hodgie's really been saying, is you just got to treat it like any other game, and you can't hype it up too much, otherwise you'll play around in your head too much. So I haven't thought about it too much, and I think we'll just treat it like any other week.
You mentioned it's what Hodgie's been saying. Have you and the younger boys been in his ear quite a bit, I guess, over the last week and now?
We've been extremely fortunate to have him, and then even other players that we've recruited, like Lincoln McCarthy, Marcus Adams, even Jared Lyons. Like, they've all played in big games and in big finals. So I think we've all been trying to pick their brains just a little bit to try and get an insight to what finals is like.
You've had there's been guys who've come in from outside the club and haven't played finals, but there's a group of you guys who've sort of come through, who've been waiting for this moment. Is it exciting for all you guys who've been here and sort of had to go through the whole rise, I guess?
It is exciting. I think everyone talks about the journey, and I guess we've been on that a little bit. So to be able to finish second on the ladder, and then I think a few years ago we finished pretty much last. So to be able to be a part of that journey and see that growth in all of our players, and not only as a player, as a person as well, we've all really developed, and it's been fantastic to be a part of it, and I'm looking forward to it for the next 4 years.
Do you think it means a little bit more for you guys who've sort of come into the club and sort of taken it from where it was to...
Yeah, I think so. And even like you see, Daniel Richards hasn't played a final in 10 years. Even Dan Zorko hasn't played in a final yet. I think it does mean a little bit more for them.
Eric, as much as you're trying to keep it another game, it's against a team that you haven't, the club hasn't beaten in a decade.
Yeah.
They're a bogey side, aren't they?
I'm looking forward to the challenge. We haven't beaten them in so long, but I think what better side than beating Richmond? They're a fantastic side, and especially in finals, and I think you've got to beat the best to become the best. So I think it's a good preparation to what the next 4 weeks holds.
All those years ago, Lee said about Essendon, if it bleeds, you can kill it.
He is a fantastic coach, so I guess so, yeah.
But is it the same mentality? Do you have to take that in?
I think so. You've got to go in there understanding every team is beatable, and I think the ladder does show that every team is beatable. You just got to be able to rock up and be able to play consistent 4 quarters, and I think that's one thing that we didn't do when we played against them last time. They got the jump on us, and apart from that first quarter, I think the scoreline was pretty even. I think we lost by 3 points. So you just got to be able to play consistent footy for that 4 quarters, and and I think you just got to be there within a few goals of that last few minutes, and then anything can happen.
Eric, there's always a bit of speculation about how it's best to handle the bye. Like the weekend off. You guys, when you had it mid-season, you came back and reeled off 9 straight. Have you done the same process over this bye period for this match?
Yeah, we've done pretty similar processes, and even in the last few years, we've come off the bye pretty well. So we had a quick break. I went back to the Sunshine Coast, saw my family, and then just relaxed and had a mental refresher. I think also what people forget is we are a really, really young group, and most of us have played a lot of games this year. We haven't had too many changes in the team. So to be able to have that break just before finals is huge for us, and just to have that little mental refresher is pretty important.
And what about normally your main trainings like 2 days before a game, and this week it's tomorrow, obviously with the bye being factored in? Like, what does that do for you guys? Why would you bring it forward?
Yeah, I think main training does change a little bit. I think we have a little bit more high intensity, but I think, it does change a little bit, but I don't think when you come down on Saturday it doesn't change anything. You still got to be able to hit that high speed like the coaches want us to, and your training doesn't change too much. I'm a big believer in if you play the way you train, so I'll be going balls out at training, that's for sure.
It was a tough game for Charlie up against Dylan Grimes, one of the best defenders in the comp, and he had do you guys feel in the forward line that you guys can help him out a bit more in terms of getting some of that attention away from him, or are you confident Charlie can shake it off himself? Or how
I think sometimes we probably didn't help Charlie enough, to be honest. But I think the beauty of our forward line is that if you shut down one player, another player is going to pop up. It didn't happen last game, but I feel like if they can't just shut down Charlie, Dylan Grimes is a quality defender, and I think if we don't help Charlie out enough, he might do another number on him. But I think we just got to be able to, just do those little things like blocks, and we probably didn't help him out enough on last Saturday. So I think we'll be looking to do that a little bit more.
What about the pressure in defence from the forward line as well? That was something that was...
Yeah, especially early. I think their back line is a quality back line, especially leading with Basher Hall. You got all Australian. We just let them go through the middle a little bit too much, and they just hit up Jack Rewalt so well. So we've got to be able to shut that down, and just our pressure is going to be extremely high to be able to match it with them. And their back half transition was unbelievable, and I think they're best in the AFL at doing it. So we've got to be on from the start to make sure we nullify that.